Don't even front, Korean zombies are 100 times way more scary than American ones. I don't want to hear it. What's poppin', people? It's your humble host, the most informed, caped informer, back again for yet another Netflix original movie review for #Alive. #Alive is yet another welcomed entry in zombie horror, with its own interesting spin on this highly recognizable subgenre. And no, not just because it takes place in South Korea, because we've seen that before too. It's a movie that takes us through a zombie apocalypse through the perspective of one young man under lockdown in his apartment without access to the outside world, including his friends and family. It's also a very relevant movie for this year, which I found to be important in the scope of relatability. Like I'm sure the word lockdown alone will trigger PTSD for almost anyone watching this. Guys, you know the deal. To stay up to date on all of my crazy dope movie and TV reviews, rants, and reactions, hop on this train and tap that subscribe button to join the dream team, the hottest team in the league. So, as I was, #Alive follows the Slim Shady of South Korea, Junwoo. But instead of dropping some dope rhymes on the mic, Junwoo spends most of his time gaming, streaming, and getting lit with his online posse. That all comes to a screeching halt when he realizes his city has fallen into a zombie pandemic, which he has the fortune of finding out in the confines of his own apartment, in which he's currently alone in since his parents and his sister have gone on a short trip without him. From this point on, Junwoo must learn how to survive this apocalypse while being cut off from the outside world, with very limited sources of food and water, and despite being endorsed for all of this, it's actually a bit trickier than it seems, for a variety of reasons. For starters, these zombies aren't at all like your run-of-the-mill Walking Dead type mother. Nah, these are like those crazy ones from Train to Busan, but smarter. Yes, smarter. These a-holes can climb, turn doorknobs, have super keen sense of hearing. They even know how to collaborate with each other sometimes. And they all also look amazing, by the way. Like, we've all seen zombies before, but I don't know why Korean zombies look so much cooler than American ones. Don't even front, Korean zombies are 100 times way more scary than American ones. I don't want to hear it. But on the real, let's get back into the crux of this movie and what really separates it from other zombie apocalyptic horrors. As I stated before, Junwoo was alone for the better half of this movie without access to other living, breathing human beings. As the viewer, we take witness as he goes through all the stages of intense isolation. Boringness, despair, depression, rage, and even becoming suicidal. This film makes a creative choice to take the viewers out of the battle in the zombie-infested streets and into the battle being held inside Junwoo's mind, which I found to be 100 times more engaging. And this is all credit to the great acting by the actor that portrayed Junwoo, Yoo Ah-in. He was pretty much incredible in all this. Yoo Ah-in played opposite to Park Shin-hye, who portrays Yoo-bin, a woman in another apartment who has survived as long as he has, also in isolation. The two make a very unlikely, likable pair as they often contrast each other. Junwoo being the more goofy, naive one of the couple, and Yoo-bin, who is the more serious and apathetic. From this point on, the film switches from Junwoo's mental decline and more into the two finding hope within each other, as neither one of them understand what's going on, have access to anyone in the outside world, or know if they'll ever be rescued. Due to #Alive being somewhat of a bottle movie, it's pretty easy to follow along with, which allows you to really get yourself into the minds of the main character and understand what true isolation can really mean for someone. And please don't get it confused. Despite the premise of the movie, the tense, nail-biting, and hair-raising scenes are abundant, and they're all done very well. All in all, I definitely recommend this film for the horror and thriller addict alike. And I don't even want to call it a zombie horror, because it came to be much more than that. Possibly an isolation horror, loneliness horror, if there's such a thing yet. Anyways, guys, I'd love to know your thoughts on #Alive. Please don't be shy and leave me them in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, share it, subscribe, and I'll of course see you all in my next one.